Isn't that what you had?
Contrary to popular opinion, I'm the head nigger in charge. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
When you look at the credit,
Yeah.
the girlies are there.
Good Times just always, it just felt too sad every time. I was like, they keep calling it Good Times, but like every episode is like, Lord, where's the money?
And that's friends in real life.
All right, folks, friends, guilies, girlies, what's up? Here we are. I am Chris, and that is...
Oh, Trizzy.
All right.
I think when you point, it's pointing, like you're not pointing at me. Like I'm...
Well, on my camera, you're this way.
On you, right.
So I got to go this way. Okay. And I'll just, I won't point anymore. I'll just say, I'm Chris.
Yeah, I don't... Because you're definitely like on my end pointing off into the metaverse. So I don't know what's going on. But we're here. We're back.
Yes.
I have a voice.
You have a voice?
It did not start off that way this morning. So
okay. Well, what happened? Was it like draft from being inside or were you outside?
No, it was draft from being outside.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I've been cooped up all week because work's been crazy.
Yeah.
And with me having the blessing of working from home, you know, which I will never complain about. We love that. Or being able to work from anywhere for that matter. But for me, because I do a job that requires more than one monitor, I'm usually like best at my own desk.
Wait, how many monitors do you have? You have like the two set up and then
I had the two, yeah. Well, I broke it down from having the two monitors and the laptop because I just felt like that was excessive.
Yeah.
So now I just have my laptop, but then I have the external monitor, you know, to the side of that.
Okay.
So, but at one point, I was doing 3 and I was like, okay, this is a lot. Like my brain is like doing too much with this. So, but it's just easier because of all the things that I have to have open when I'm working on stuff.
Sure.
It's just easier for me to flip back and forth between two monitors. So when I have a lot to do, it's better for me to work, you know, actually in my home.
Yeah.
And this past 2 weeks has been wild. And so I've been in the house just chipping away.
Yeah.
And then I made plans to have a girls' night with our homegirl Rashida. Shout out to her. And I was just like, look, I want to get out of this house. I need a drink. I need a meal that I did not prepare myself. Like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
So we made it out. I did not get home until a good 3 a.m., which is nuts because who do I think I am at this big ass age?
Who you are right now. That's wild.
I have no idea who I am. But woke up this morning and nothing was coming out when I tried to talk. So I'm like, okay, I need a voice to actually do this podcast. So
we could have done it with just all subtitles. That might have been interesting.
Subtitles and me and my excessive hand gestures. That's what it was about to be because I could not get it together. But I have since gathered myself.
Okay.
I'm drinking something warm. I wish it was my usual tea, but this is actually coffee because I also need that to function today. But you know, a time was had. I'm not mad. I'm still like, girl, why didn't you go home at a decent hour? But also I'm grateful that I still have the energy to be out that late and have a good time. I mean, I'll be recovering until Christmas, but it's fine.
Well, that's next week, so don't even stress about that. So don't worry about that part. Like it'll be, you know, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, Christmas day after, so it's fine.
You're right.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, I was inside. I was inside yesterday, as I often am, and you know, I was in bed, which is not something I'm often doing, and so I've been struggling with that all week. But I have a lot of travel in the next few weeks, God willing, with all that's going on and the situations with air traffic control and all that. But I'm headed to the Bay for work, and then right after, I'm headed to Cancun for a
Right.
family, a cousin's birthday, milestone birthday, and then I'll be back here, and then back on the East Coast for, well, my birthday, which national holiday everyone knows, and then after that, I'll be back for that other holiday involving turkey, and then so I'm gonna be going for like 2 weeks or something crazy like that. So
Yeah. Both
uh,
of our schedules are really not conducive to this podcast schedule that we try to
no,
stick with.
no, not at all, not at all.
Yo,
Sorry, folks, we're trying,
life
but it's
just be
just
lifing. Yeah, like life just lifes over here. Okay. But we do the best that we can. We get it all in, and we're here.
and that's why we give
So
you guys a substantial episode. It's not 20 minutes, it's not 30 minutes. You've got a lot that you can unpack with, listen to on your way to work, on your way home from work, while cooking, whatever you're doing. At least that's what people tell me they listen to it. So that's the
yes,
intention.
which
Um,
we love.
which we
Mhm.
love. So okay, so I know that we've both been in the house or in the house adjacent and working, but I did want to kind of check in and see what if there's anything you've been watching on TV or in film. We haven't had a chance to have a movie date in a little bit, but hopefully that will change
Haven't,
soon.
haven't,
Man, things have been
yeah.
sold out, and our good Alamo has decided to do the weirdest times when it comes to the
What is
films you
up
want to
with them
see.
with these times?
I
They're
don't
being
know.
so random with the times of
Um,
these shows. Like, is
it's
it
like a
because
12
they're
p.m. and 8 p.m. I'm like,
right? Like, what are y'all? Maybe they're like down for staff or something, because that is just weird to me. Are they laying folks off? Like,
I
what is
hope
going
not.
on? Please don't
Um,
let them close next.
no, they can't. They can't close. They cannot
Mm-mm.
close. We need them. And also, I wanted to say in our 2 calls ago or 2 tapings ago, we talked about Alamo and like no, maybe it was 2 ago. We talked about Alamo and about the popcorn. Your theory about the
Oh
popcorn.
yeah.
Someone has debunked the theory. Our
Oh
good friend Fernando Nando was like, no, I know someone who works there. They definitely don't do that. So you can
yeah.
rest assured the popcorn is okay.
Good.
Unless he's a paid actor and then he's just it's for the plot. But in general, he said
Wow.
that's what it is.
Okay.
All right. So like
Yeah. So yeah, we definitely need to figure out what is going on as far as our next in theater movie
yes.
moment.
Yes.
But in between my 50,000 meetings and all the other things that I had going on, I did manage to throw some things on
Mm-hmm.
in the background, or when I just need to, take a little break from looking at a computer screen. So I got into well, I did manage to make my way through the Selling Sunset of it all, which we can talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
Um, you guys still have me glued to Reasonable Doubt, so
Yeah.
I'm definitely
Which
caught
just
up
got
on
renewed
that.
for another season.
I know, and I'm
So I'm
so
happy about that.
excited.
Yep.
I just want them to find another network other than Hulu to play through, because
Who hates you?
those, yo,
Hulu
Hulu,
hates you.
Hulu, if you're
Right.
watching, I fucking hate you. No, I'm joking. But they are the worst.
Yeah.
Like, that thing crashes on me every day. Like, I
Mm,
cannot get through one series without it completely shutting down,
mm,
going back to my TV's home screen. It doesn't just
mm,
go to Hulu's home screen, it completely closes out.
mm.
And then when I go back, it's like a wish and a prayer
Yeah.
that it's on where I left
Oh
off.
no, you're
Because
you're
sometimes
episode
I have
one.
to now find, yeah. So
Uh,
that's been a nightmare. But other than that, I have been able to just push through and
yeah.
actually like be caught up on that. So I am glad that they are being renewed, because that show to me is Chef's Kiss. And I don't understand why that young lady playing that lead has not been nominated for anybody's Emmy
No,
or a Golden Globe.
no.
This is just one of those shows where I'm so confused, because it's really good. The stories are good. The
Yeah.
acting is strong.
Yeah.
And yet it just hangs in the balance of fan favorite.
Yeah.
and never gets any like recognition from any academies. It's very weird to me what the decision making is behind these
I mean,
shows.
it's a little pointed, right? Because of the whole like Jay-Z of it all, and like the each episode being a different Jay-Z song and things like that. Like I feel like it gets it's urban. So if it's not an image award, good luck, you know, and it's not a fair assessment because she's outstanding in it. I'm so glad you started to watch and caught up, and like now you're like you caught up a lot. So that's really great. Like you were able
Yeah.
to start it and be with
I
them.
had to get through 2 whole
Yeah.
seasons fighting for my life between every episode, praying that it actually stayed on. But it was like, okay, this is good enough for me to keep. Because the last time Hulu did that to me during a series, I canceled them.
Yeah, I
Like
remember.
completely. I canceled the
I
service
remember.
completely.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me to have that back and then y'all are still like playing in my face is
Yeah.
crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I have the most basic subscription. Like
Oh,
before I
same.
had the full live
Yeah,
TV,
no.
I had all the things,
Mm-mm.
not worth it. Not worth it at all. I'm mad that I have to give you the little, what is it, $13, whatever a month that I have to give you now for this crazy service.
You're right.
But I, did the best that I could. Got through, didn't get frustrated and just
Right.
cancel the whole thing
Yep, yep,
because
yep.
I do want to stick to that show. Um, what else did I get through? Kind of watched the Vince Staples second season. I need
I'm
to,
surprised you weren't tuned in from the minute it
yeah,
dropped.
I need
Because
to
I know
run it
that
back.
you
I need
loved
to,
it.
yeah, I love that show and I love that kid. I need to run it back because it's such a visual show that you had to actually be sitting and watching what is going on in order
Yeah.
to know what is going on. And I just wasn't like I put it on thinking that I could multitask and do the other things and have that on, but after a while it was just kind of running and I was just kind of all over the place with
Yeah.
it. So I need to run that back and like have a moment where I'm just literally sitting and doing nothing so I can watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else
Well,
did
yeah,
I get?
when you do watch it, we need to circle back on it. I'd love to discuss it, have your thoughts on it.
Because you
I watched
finished
it
it,
as well.
right?
I did finish it. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, it's like it's short and like I had some time. And you know, I may or not love people associated with it, but I do love or like the show and that I like that we're keeping that genre of show, that kind of way of thinking, way of presenting stuff on screen alive, right? Because we had it with like Atlanta and then like a little bit low key on Bust Down. Like it's like things that
Yes.
are just outside of our like playing with the idea of reality and not and like
Yeah.
you know, it's ridiculous. You're like, what is happening? But somehow
Right.
it's fine, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed it visually. It's also a lot. Yeah, if you finish it, we'll talk about it. It's definitely not as all over the place. I feel like this season is like truly like this one story that kind of just follows through the episodes.
Right,
Where I
right,
feel
right.
like the first one was like each episode was kind of in its
With
own,
something, yeah.
yeah, its own
Yes.
realm, right? But okay, yeah, I've watched that. I've watched Selling Sunset. I've watched Reasonable Doubt, or still watching Reasonable Doubt. High Potential, which is on its like mid
Oh,
season
yeah,
break.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I did watch that. I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm not sure if I
Uh-oh.
should admit this on screen. But I've been watching Love Cabin, which is
Okay, okay. I wasn't even going to mention, but I
Woo!
secretly have seen
No,
Love.
give it up. No, you haven't. How did you?
Somebody looked out
Okay.
on access to this because Lord knows I
Oh
will
yeah, no. I mean, we're
never.
not. No, 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 no. We're using someone's password, or it's not happening. Yeah, I can't
Okay.
believe this. Wow. Okay, wait. So
No, I can't believe this.
did you see every episode, or just the first, or like
I've
are you first?
seen,
Because only like
I don't
three.
know. Okay, so I've seen 3 episodes. I don't know if they are the like
Yeah. Well, yeah.
3 that are out, but
I think there's three. There's four. I think the fourth or fifth one is coming on tonight. So yeah, I think it's
okay.
like three for sure that have been watched. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot to mention that, but
Yeah. Uh
yeah.
huh. Yep. Yep. Listen, speaking of awards that need to be won, Ray J, best reality TV show host, 1000%. RuPaul, Karamo and friends, hold on to your loins, like gird your loins. Ray J's coming for that number one spot. Like it's happening because man, he is
Yo,
unhinged. Whew.
this show is completely off the rails.
It's off the rails. I can't
This
believe it.
is such like the level of foolishness
Yeah.
is so crazy and high that I just watch in awe. I'm like, somebody actually put this together. Like somebody actually produced this.
Yeah.
There's a cast, there's people behind the scenes, there's people
Sure.
like this is nuts.
It's nuts.
Absolutely nuts. And I just feel like it's so in line with the zeitgeist and what is going on just in this country as a whole.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
It's like the crazy, very lowbrow, very low vibrational, pure and utter foolishness.
Mhm.
It's very on brand for America right now. And having Ray J as the host is just the icing on the shit show cake. Like it is crazy.
Crazy.
First of all, thank God when they say their ages on the show, I'm very happy when they say 21, 23, 20,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you have to be a child in order to
Is
be on the
everyone in their
show.
20s? I'm trying to think if it's anyone in their 30s.
Except for that one that's like 30, the little like wannabe Kim Kardashian looking one that they think is like,
Oh yeah,
she was like, I'm 25 plus 5. And I'm like, girl, you tried it. Okay. You are a big ass 30 up in this house with these children.
Children. Someone's like 21. I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah. All the guys are 14 mentally. Easily 14 years old mentally. And I'm being generous with that 14. Okay. Like the stuff that they
Not
are
too much on Thanos,
saying,
not too much on what's his name? John.
Thanos is the most diabolical one of it all. Like, baby, listen, I was mouth open, like, this is really happening. This is really a thing. They took an already crazy concept,
Right.
Love Island,
Yeah.
and just completely
They just took it to the max. Deep fried it, like barbecue sauce, ranch sauce, a crab leg next to it, a pork chop. Like they just
in that beautiful, like
stunning.
I said, these poor trees did not sign up for this. I know that they're like, there's energy.
Not just for the trees.
Listen, you know me, okay? There's energy in these things.
No, for sure. Yeah.
And that environment that they are in is supposed to be the complete opposite energy of what they are bringing into the mix. So that's what makes it even more crazy, because it's like all of this foolishness is going on in this like serene retreat of a background that they're in. It's just the chaos of it all. It's definitely one where you're like, you hear the concept, you hear Ray J, you hear all the things that are involved, and immediately
everybody.
Baby, listen. I kept forgetting that she was a part of it until her random commentary pops in. Baby, when I tell you I was laid completely out, I said, that lady did not even have to try.
No.
This is her talking.
It's just her talking. It's just like,
it's like
her being on Instagram and being a floating, like.
Whoever had the idea to make her the narrator did their big one for sure.
No, it's smart. Because I've never liked that part of those shows. Like when the person comes in and goes, you mean eggs, you mean that. Like I always hated that. And all of them, like on Love Island, on what's the other one? Too Hot to Handle, like any of those shows where there's like
and I don't watch those. So.
Yeah, Too Hot to Handle is absolutely nuts. And all those shows, it's like always just random voice. I'm like, But like with her, it's random, but it's also like kind of saying some things. All right, I hear you.
It's hilarious, but a lot of times she's on point with what she's saying.
This is
and
what I'm saying.
Why I'm not mad. She definitely. She said some things that I said first, and then I was like,
"Oh, wow, this is what I'm saying." Like,
So yeah, no,
I'm
that
so glad to hear this. Now you can be a part of our Love Cabin screenings we do here.
wow, because
Uh,
I was gonna take that to my grave. Like
I'm
I
so happy that you share that because I did not know that. I thought for sure I'd be talking to the screen about this show that you've never seen, but you low-key have seen it
oh,
and seen several episodes of it at that. So like this is
oh, because it was the
amazing.
train wreck that I couldn't stop watching after a point. It was like, oh, now I'm invested.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I need to know if these two porn stars are gonna get together. There's two adult
Wait,
movie
who's the
actors in that house, the girl and the guy. Isn't I don't know these names, but like the
forget.
one that's like Hungarian or something like that.
Okay. I don't think I realized she was a porn
She,
star. I
yeah.
think she said she was a dancer, but sure.
No, the other one's the dancer.
Oh,
30-year-old is the dancer.
okay.
30-year-old is the dancer. That other one who's like Hungarian or from somewhere, she is an adult movie person. I could have sworn I heard her say that in the first episode.
You're
And then
probably right.
the guy is
The
also.
guy, he said he was that there,
Yeah.
and I think that's the pool that Zeus pulls from when it comes to the men on that show. They're like, oh, have you
Yes.
done porn? Would you like to be on the show with, Erica Mena, right? So like, um,
Yeah, it's very male stripper crowd. It's very you know, influencer trying to get their,
for sure,
numbers up.
for
It's
sure.
oh
Which I
man.
mean, in essence, I mean, not the porn star part, but like that's also Love Island, right? Like that's how those shows are.
Yeah.
Look for folks that are influencers now and like are going to
And
able
Love
to
is
take it
Blind is that now too.
1,000%,
Love is
1,000%.
Blind, very
Yeah.
unserious
You're going to
now.
get another show after this. You're going to get a podcast. You're going to get,
Some
endorsement.
endorsement or yeah.
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 So embarrass yourself for 6 months and then you can have a career for 6 years. It's not a terrible. People are
Yeah.
embarrassing themselves in dating lives without any prizes. So like
What?
you might,
This is
you might as well get a
this
little
is very
something, a little 15 minutes of fame, if you're gonna get
you're right.
embarrassed by, a shorty or a fella or both. In the case of Erica Mena and those shows, where it's dating both people, both genders. All right. Well,
A mess.
I don't even know how to begin, how to transition out of that. Like I'm just still so shocked. Is there anything else that I watched? Because we haven't been to the movies. I'm like trying to. I saw The Materialist.
Oh, how was that?
You know, it's interesting because the director of that film also had done another film last year. I think Past Lives, it was called. And
Oh, I
there's
like
something
her.
about her style of film that's very almost like not based in reality to me. It's almost like it feels dated. So for example, like this, I don't know if it's supposed to take place earlier on in life, but like she smoked a cigarette. And I found that to be so strange because I feel like no one really does that anymore. Like I feel like that's something that was,
Yeah.
especially in New York where this is based, like smoking a cigarette is very New York 90s. Like, like Carrie Bradshaw and the whole thing and blah, blah, blah,
And even when
Um,
she was doing it, it was kind of like, you
yeah.
smoke? You know what I mean? It was still
Yeah.
taboo for her to be smoking, even in the early 2000s. So yeah.
So she spoke. So basically, this film is about this like marriage. No, sorry, this like matchmaker, if you will,
Okay.
matchmaker who like does this very well and has had all these success stories and like whatnot. And so she goes to the wedding of this person she matched up, and at the wedding she meets this dude who's like the brother of the guy who got married, right? Paid by Pedro Pascal. And then
That's
her
right.
her ex dude is like a waiter at this wedding. And so it's like they have this whole thing of like basically like good on paper versus like the one that got away kind of thing.
Okay.
And so, it's just kind of that. And it's interesting because what I did like about it, it talks a lot about people's non-negotiables, right? And how in this situation they can be ridiculous on either way. So like, there's one guy's like, I'm a man in my 40s and like, I'm really looking for like you matched with this girl who was like 23 and like that's just way too young. Like I need a more mature woman. And so she's like, great, I've got this girl, she's great, like she's 32. And he's like, oh yeah, no, that's too old. I was thinking more like 26. And say And
Please.
then, or it'll be like another girl who's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you matched me with him, but he was 5'8". All I asked you to do was get me a guy who was 6 feet. And it was like, so it's like, there's like everything else. Oh, you love that. Everything else was like on, but it was interesting to see like you're going to a matchmaker. They're telling you this person is going to meet all your things, but like upset for this one thing. And like both parties were like, nah, I'm not doing that. Or like, no, she's not, he was bald, or like like it was just all these kind of like,
It's
so
giving pop the balloon.
it's very pop the balloon.
It's giving
Very pop the
pop the
balloon. Right.
balloon.
It's very pop
Because,
the balloon.
they are absolutely ridiculous on there. It's like,
Right.
well, you're fine, but I don't like the hem of your pants. And it's like, girl.
Definitely hem of the pants. Definitely, what did the dude say? He didn't like her knees? One of her knees was ashy, or like he didn't like the way he's like, I like to moisturize, and I feel like she doesn't moisturize.
I hate
Yo.
everything about it. Oh my gosh.
So to your point, yeah. So like it's very much like these are sort of where dating is now. So I thought it was interesting, an interesting watch.
Okay.
But it definitely, like the other film, it just kind of ends. And you're like, oh, okay. Like I don't know if that was what I wanted to see. But it was, it was a good movie to watch on a plane.
So somebody made a critique about that film that said, like, this is another one of those movies where they just try to get you to settle for the poor guy or something like that. Is that
yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess I can understand that, because that was definitely a big through line of it. Like he was a struggling actor, and like, he had roommates, and like, she also didn't have money like that, but she was on the track to have money. Like she was doing really well, and like, she was in debt, but she's like, I don't care. Like I'm living the life I want. Like they show a scene where like they're going to a restaurant and they're running late and they're driving in New York, which is insane. And like they're trying to find, and she's like, just get valet. And he's like, it's gonna cost like $40. And she's like, but if we miss our reservation, we're gonna get charged the amount. And like he's like, why did we drive? We could have just Uber, like, and it's like the conversation of, when you're just not matched up financially, or like how you think about things. So I think that's I understand why they said that. I don't think that's a fair assessment, spoiler alert, because the guy who was good on paper was just that. Like they didn't really have the real chemistry they thought, but they both matched the things they were looking for. Like he was looking for a girl that was like not intimidated by his success, and like, could do fun things and like nice restaurants, who wanted to be treated a certain way. And she was looking for a guy who could afford these things, and like, they walk in a room and they're good. And like her whole thing was like, she could look at you and be like, you're a good 7, universal 7, you're this, da, 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 like, whatever. And then, I'm a spoiler alert, I guess, but like he had that surgery that everyone has been talking about to be taller. And like, yeah, and like one time in the night, like she looked at his leg and she saw the scar, and he got up and put on clothes, and like then she broke up with him, and he's like, did you break up with me because I got the surgery? And it was like, so I don't think it's necessarily go with the poor guy, because I feel like, ultimately they weren't a match.
Okay.
But I mean, I can't speak to that. I can't speak to that.
And I won't speak to it because this is not that kind of
No, we're not that podcast. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do high value men and women. We're not doing alpha males and beta males and, whatever the titles are these days. And,
no, I don't engage in any of it.
Nope.
I mean, I will, but not here. And honestly, I try not to even engage in real life, but somehow I get dragged into those conversations. I feel like people just like want to bait me or something.
Usually something is said in your presence, and you do your best to lean with it, rock with it, out of it.
Try to shut up.
And then the one comment is said, and then it's just like the light switch. It's like, and you say one thing, and that thing kind of
turns into a whole conversation. Yeah.
And then now it's a 20-minute thing.
And then somebody tells me I sound like a pimp. Somebody told me I sound like a pimp.
Wait, what?
When I talk.
Okay.
Somebody that we are cool with, after having one of those types of conversations, was like, oh, you sound like a pimp. Which isn't necessarily an insult to me, but I just thought it was funny because the fact that what I was saying was literally just like, to me, basic life stuff.
I mean, that's
But
something a pimp would say.
with,
So, shorty,
listen,
get with me and you good. I mean, that's
I read Iceberg Slim's book when I was in 7th grade. Maybe something stuck with me. I don't know. But
maybe, yeah.
the point is, I did not hear any pimp talk when I was talking, but
I mean,
it
you would be like
translates,
that.
it filters through certain ears,
Sure.
and it sounds like I'm about to exercise my good backhand on somebody. And that's really not what I'm about at all. Because in all of those conversations and in any situation dealing with those conversations,
Mhm.
I am only ever speaking from my experience.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't put any of my stuff on anybody else or make it the, umbrella way of, doing things or moving through life and relationships and stuff like that. I can't speak for anybody else. I only know what I know,
Yeah.
how I move,
Right.
how I expect to be treated.
Sure.
Like, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing.
Right.
But for some reason, people hear certain stuff and it just
Triggers are
agitates,
real.
triggers it. It's like,
I mean, I
go
mean,
find somebody who is not this. Like, it's fine. Like,
well, that's the story. I mean, that's the story that we always go back to. It's like, but that is what people want. They just don't know. They're not ready to admit that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, it's like, it's the same time where I'll hear women, the essence of it all and be like, I'm this and I would only date that and I don't do this. And then it's like when you go deeper, it's like, no, but you love that actually. Like you're telling everyone else that you want this, but in real life, this is your go-to. This is what your resume says differently.
oh,
Like, so like,
the resume
um,
is easy.
and that's that. All right, we're gonna take a little break. And when we come back, we're gonna chat about a few other things, including controversy around potential nominations, some nominations that actually have happened, and a little known legal drama that's getting everyone in a tizzy. So
Oh boy.
we'll take a little break and we'll come
Oh
back.
boy.
All right, so we're back. So listen, Grammy nominations happened, which is kind of ridiculous because
Stop.
that just shows you how fast the year is going. And I feel like the Grammys always kind of sneak up on me. And when things get nominated, I'm always like, was that this year? Was that
Right.
last year? I thought that was nominated already the year before. Like I always feel like
Yes.
it's like hard to track, right?
Mhm.
Oh, look at me without the continuity. All right, I'm really gonna be like Ray J, like I threatened in the last episode, where like every time we do something, it's gonna be I'm
Coming
gonna
from
have
a
a
break, you're
different
gonna have on
color.
a white beater
Yeah,
instead of
right.
a
Then it'll be the hat that, okay, so
oh,
Grammy
oh shit, I can't say, can
nominations.
you still say white beater? I think white beater is like not acceptable
I
anymore.
think there's a new name for it now, I feel like, but I don't know. I still say it because I mean
Whatever.
that was what the people wearing it were doing. Like I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't George Washington. Well, I guess technically he anyway. Tangent. So we're not gonna bring up our forefathers in this conversation. All right, so Grammys nominations happened, and I'm not really mad at it. I mean, I think it is interesting to note, that they broke out country album. They said, "Let me tell you something. Your
Please
Nick
don't get me
Crest will never
started.
win this thing again." So,
This is why I be plucked out on
yeah,
these award shows because what do you mean? Like, we're doing all of this in 2025
yeah,
just to like try to eliminate competition. That's so corny to me.
hmm
That's so, so corny to me. I am not interested in any of those shenanigans. Who is nominated? Because I haven't listened to music since the Isley Brothers were still touring. So I'm
Well, they're still touring,
yeah,
so that means recently.
oh,
All right.
you're
Well, I'll
right.
run. You said, what?
You're right. And I need to figure out where because Lord knows
Listen, I'm sure
I'll
they're
show
at
up.
Yamaha. Which
At the
Janet's gonna be there.
casinos.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right there in December. Probably go see her. All right.
What? what? Is she
Yeah,
really?
she's
Okay,
doing
we
one
need to
night
have that
there.
conversation separately. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I'm
might.
like, that might be a little fun thing for before New Year's. All right. So I'm gonna go in, no particular order, starting with record of the year. So this is a stacked category of songs. So we've got DTMF from our good friend Bad Bunny. So he's there, Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. Anxiety, don't do that. Not too much on Sabrina, not too much. Anxiety by Doechii. Wildflower, Billie Eilish, which I'm not even sure I've heard that song. I obviously know Billie Eilish, but
That
I'm like,
girl's
what is
still charting.
he's
Like
still listen? One thing Billie's gonna do is be on that chart.
Billie's gonna be at those Grammys
Like, so
every time.
so she got that. Abracadabra, Lady Gaga, Luther,
Wow.
Kendrick and SZA,
Okay, that makes sense.
the Subway, Chaperone, and Apathy, Rose and Bruno Mars.
Okay.
So that's a pretty stacked category of folk.
Well, I'm definitely gonna go with Kendrick on that one.
I mean, I'm not
Not
surprised.
if not a Doechii, because some of those other people I've just never been able to get into.
Yeah.
Chaperone, I guess.
Yeah, I get it.
I
Chaperone
couldn't.
wasn't it for me. I do think Luther deserves this nom as well as Anxiety. I mean, they're all, I think, warranted. I also
Yeah.
really like Abracadabra, so I'm not mad at Gaga for that. But we'll see. Album of the year is Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
doesn't surprise
so
me.
Bad Bunny, Swag by Justin Bieber. Yes,
Let me not, because I didn't even listen to it, but let me
Justin
not.
is all up and through this.
Oh, okay.
So Swag by Justin Bieber, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter, Let God Sort Him Out, Clips, Mayhem, Lady Gaga, GNX, Let Kendrick,
Ugh, they
Mutt,
put Kendrick and Clips against each other just
twice.
to
It's insane.
raise my
Yeah.
anxiety is
Yep.
crazy.
Mutt, Leon Thomas,
Okay.
and Chromacopia, Tyler the Creator.
Oh, okay.
So it's quite stacked.
That's yeah, that's
I
kind
like
of hard.
literally anyone on this list I would not be mad at. Maybe like I didn't listen to Sabrina's album like that, this current one, but all the other ones I think are great.
Okay.
Okay, Song of the Year, which is not the same as Record of the Year, which I've always learned.
Which I never understand, but okay.
Yeah, I think one is production and
And the
songwriter,
other
and
is
one's
the
the actual
actual
song. Yeah.
artist. Okay.
So Song of the Year, we've got Abracadabra, Gaga, Anxiety, Doechii, Luther, Kendrick, Manchild, Sabrina, and Golden by Hunter/X, who I do not know who that is, or who they are, or she, or he, or all of it.
What? Is that some AI artist? What is happening?
It might be.
Oh,
It certainly sounds like it, right?
yeah.
All right. What else we might care about? I'm gonna skip Best New Artist because most people I don't know, but shout out to Cat's Eye for getting a nom and Leon Thomas. Cat's Eye, they were
Okay,
in
Leah
the
Thomas, I know.
Cat's Eye is that girl group that was in that Gap commercial.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I
Olivia
forget they
Dean.
sing. I always associate them with dancing.
I know. Yeah.
That's why I was okay.
All right. Should we skip to let's see, there's a lot on here. I'm gonna skip pop solo and all that. I'm gonna
Good.
go to because also now they've broken out R&B and traditional R&B, and now there's also like there's like melodic rap performance versus rap performance.
What? Okay,
Yeah,
Grammy.
yeah,
Listen.
because which I understand because like, all right, I'll give you an example. So like, best rap performance is Outside, Cardi B, Chains and Whips, Clips, featuring Pusha, Malice, Kendrick, Pharrell.
Yeah, yeah.
Anxiety, Doechii, TV Off, Kendrick, Darling
Mm.
Eye, Tyler, right? Versus melodic rap performance is Proud of Me by Friday featuring Meek Mill, Wholeheartedly, JID or JID featuring Tyler Dolla $ign and Black, Luther, Kendrick, Somebody Loves Me, Party Next Door. Like, like then it's like it's more of that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
okay. But like, I don't think that there's gonna be enough of that in the future to
Yeah,
keep these categories separate.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, is that something that's going to like stand the test of time as a genre?
I mean, maybe because like, okay, we got like if you look at best traditional R&B performance, right? You got Here We Are by Duran Bernard. You got Uptown by Layla Hathaway. You got Love You Too by Ledisi. You have, well, these two don't make sense. But you have Cry Baby by SZA, and then you have Vibes Don't Lie by Leon Thomas. Versus best R&B song, which is like Folded Kehlani, Heart of a Woman, Summer Walker, It Depends, Chris Brown, Overqualified, so like I guess that's the shift. Cause then like I don't know, but that's how they're doing it. They're separating it. I mean, one would think, but I mean, I guess at some point that's gonna be considered traditional R&B, and whatever the new wave of whatnot will, you know what I'm saying? So
it opens the door for more winners.
Yes, which I think is ultimately what this is solving. Yeah, because even the amount of nominations now that are in a category, right? Before it'd be like 4 or 5, and this is across. Right. This is Oscars. Now it's like it could be 10 things nominated, which to me is a little wild. Like you need to just like you gotta be very discerning. Like
I think we could stand to reel it in a little bit on the nominations. It's becoming a bit overwhelming.
Yes.
Which I'm assuming is the reason for the splitting up of, all these categories. But does everybody deserve to be there? I don't know. I haven't listened to a lot of this stuff, so I won't judge. The stuff that I have listened to is obviously going to be the stuff that I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
And, I say give Clips and Kung Fu Kenny all the things, because that's where my head was in 2025.
I get that. I definitely think Clips album was good. I don't know if it was better than GNX for me, nor do I think it was and I don't think GNX is even my favorite Kendrick album. So like, I think it's just
it's not my favorite. It is really good.
It's really good, right?
I do think that it is slightly eclipsed by Clips, not wordplay.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Just ever so slightly, I feel like, I mean, Pharrell's production in that Clips album, I will forever stand that shit. Yeah. So for me, it did just a little bit more for me than GNX. But
it'd be interesting to see what happens, because I think the Clips winning Grammy for album of the year is really wild.
I think it's gonna happen. I think it's the wild card that the Grammys will pull. It's a stunt that the Grammys would pull.
Well, yeah, especially since last year they were like, "Hey guys, we now have N-words on the we now have N-words on the committee. So don't worry, you're gonna see some of your people." You know what I'm saying? Like that's basically what Harvey Mason came out there and said in so many words. Like we get it. Like we were skewing this way and have historically for a very long time. And now we're skewing this way. So Pleasure P, that album of the year, is just intros.
You did not say Pleasure P.
He's a Grammy nominated artist. So like that's not crazy.
For you know what?
He's a Grammy nominated artist.
Okay, so was Milli Vanilli, but we see how that's turned out.
Not too much than Milli Vanilli.
Who's also nominated for a Grammy, by the way.
Wait, no, they're not.
For reading, the one, because one of them's
passed, right?
Yeah. So the one that's living, I think he did the audio of their book.
For his book. Okay.
And is nominated for that.
Now that I want to
full circle moment.
I want him to win that.
Crazy. I feel like they should too, especially because people were bringing up a really good point online. They were like, if we're letting AI artists slide, then Milli Vanilli need their Grammy back.
1000%.
Because if we're rewarding people for not actually singing,
I mean that's something on the shelf that I'm not going to reach for, because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors when it comes to these wins and who wrote what and who produced this and so forth and so on.
I don't care as long as it's human beings involved.
Well, no, I don't disagree, but what I'm saying is that like the idea of a single or an album winning and the lead vocal is somebody else is not an unheard of concept, is what I'm saying. So I'm like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because then I saw a clip of the dude singing and he actually didn't have a bad singing voice. So I don't know what happened there. Like, it's not
I
like those songs were Negro spirituals or gospel records that you had to have this crazy,
right.
like you just had to sing from the
It was
gut
girl,
and
you
like,
know it's true. Like
yeah,
anybody could have
ooh,
sang
I love
it.
you.
Like,
Like that's it. Like
right. We needed a stand-in for that. It's weird.
several apparently. Shout out to Kevin Liles, who apparently was one of the background singers who did that. Yeah.
I beg your
Yeah,
pardon.
apparently Kevin Liles was back in the day was when the girl is,
That is the
he was
most
doing.
random factoid that I'm going to hear all week. I had no idea.
That's what I remember
What?
when that whole thing happened. Someone made a joke about it, like, music, Kevin Liles, since you were the Milli Vanilli singer, and he was like, "All right, please, that's not."
Whoa.
I'm gonna double check that and make sure that wasn't a fever dream, but I'm like
For
95%
sure.
sure.
Because when I tell you I am today years old learning this, that's
Listen,
crazy.
let me tell you. Well, speaking of controversial noms, although the Oscar noms haven't come out yet, there's a lot of always buzz around the films and who's going to get nominated for what. And I think when we talked about One Battle After Another, we talked about Chase Infinity being sort of the front runner when it came to the female actors in that film, being sort of put up because it's also like campaign folks, right? Like
Yeah.
the folks put up who they think and put it for consideration who gets nominated versus who doesn't. It's not like it's not like a rabbit out of a hat, name of a hat kind of thing. And lately the conversation has been saying that our good friend, friend to the show, at least in my head, is our good Tiana Taylor.
Oh
For
yeah.
Better
In
for
my
Another.
mind, she is in my friend
No,
circle.
y'all are definitely friends. You're definitely in a group chat with her. Yeah.
We're in a group chat. Yes.
Yeah,
She doesn't
1000.
know it yet, but we're in a group chat.
Definitely in a group chat. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it pivoted because it was Chase Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
It was Regina Hall for a minute that we were talking.
Yeah.
And then one day we woke up and everybody was like, Tiana, 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 Tiana.
Yeah.
And well, what do you think about that?
Okay, so I have many thoughts about it. In the totality of that film and her being nominated, I'm not mad at. I think we talked about in the last episode. I think she did a good job. I think she is very talented. I think that this is going to be really good for her and other things she's working on for her career and where she wants to be. So I'm happy for her. Out of the performances in that film by women, I don't think that she was the strongest. So that's the only thing that I feel like Chase, I feel like Regina Hall deserves that nom. And if I had to pick out of the three of them, it wouldn't be Tiana as my first pick. But I'm not mad at it. It's not like there's certainly been other people who've been nominated for Oscars and have won that I did not agree with that, but that's not the case here, So yeah, that's my feeling on it. I'm happy for her if it does happen, and I want to see her win in that way. So
yeah, same. I am not mad at the idea of her being nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not she can bring it home is another conversation, especially weighed against who else might be in that category.
Yeah.
But I think the nomination is a strong enough push for her career, even if she doesn't win it. And maybe she shouldn't win it right now.
Right.
Because how much of her acting do we have yet to see? Where I feel like there are stronger opportunities coming for her, where her acting will shine a little bit more in the way of like, okay, not only is she nominated, but she really deserves this win, and there's no question about it.
Yeah.
Like I want to see her get to that role. But what the conversation about her being nominated brings to the forefront, I think is great for her career. Like,
yes,
she put in the work. She's clearly dedicated. She executes well the roles that she's given. They're not giving her anything that is like gonna make her look crazy. Like, why would y'all, you know what I mean? Like, no shade to Issa, but like we've seen her be put into roles where it's like, we love Issa, we want to see Issa on screen. This is not
it.
The space for like she can't carry this particular character. So I feel like Tiana has done a good job of accepting roles where I see her in this and I believe it. Like I believe her being
You see
here.
that Tyler Perry film?
Oh no, I did not see
Okay,
that.
so you might
So
change.
I might want to.
But that's all the man. It's Tyler Perry film. It's fine. Like like as far as like that's not a make or break of your acting.
Yeah, I've only seen like her. Look, this is going to sound shady, but I've only seen Tiana in like the more serious things that she's.
Yeah. Okay.
And when I see her in that space, when she has the right writing, when she has the right, when the script is hidden, when the story is good, when the people around her, give a good ensemble, like you put her in the right setting, you give her the right material,
Yeah.
she brings it home.
Yeah.
I could not wrap my head around that Tyler Perry movie. I might go back and revisit. I keep saying I
Go
might go
watch
back.
Straw. It
Just
is.
seems so
Yep.
heavy.
It's
It's just
it is heavy. It
I
is
don't
heavy,
want it.
but
I don't want heavy from him.
not heavy in a 12 Years a Slave.
That's what I was just about to say. When
Not
I
heavy in
think
a
of heavy that I
Prince.
can like digest, it has to be on the level of a 12 Years a Slave. It has to be
It's
on the
just
level of a like
it's like, oh wow, this is really the worst day ever kind of energy. It's like just when you think it can't get any more ridiculous, which I guess that's his brand, here
right.
comes something else. You know what I'm saying? And like Tiana and that, I was like, okay, lady, why are you strutting down the crime scene? Like you've got to reel it in. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a Tyler
And
thing.
even her saying, like she even made a note like that's how she walks.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is just how I walk. But you're acting. So you
Yeah.
need to not do what you do in
Yeah,
real life.
exactly. Yeah.
And the fact that nobody gave her that as a direction is exactly what I'm talking about when I
Right.
say you got to put her in the right. She's not an actress by, background.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
She
Like
didn't go to Juilliard. She's
had to,
not like,
she's had to learn. So you have to put her up against a Leonardo DiCaprio. You have to put her in a setting where people are going to force her to really act.
Yeah.
Not just throw her in something because it sounds like the thing to do. So, baby, if you got to go home every day and unlearn your walk for this movie because it doesn't fit with the character, then that's what you have to
And
do.
it's only don't worry, it's only going to be 3 days of your life because the shoot is going to happen Friday and be wrapped Sunday. So
the whole thing took a week.
So just walk differently for those 24 hours and you gooch,
All you got to
do. Interesting. You said something very interesting there, and I could go on a tangent here, but I'm gonna pivot right. Because my thought was like, I feel like a lot of the controversy about her being nominated is because of the kind of role she played. Maybe think of like the Halle Berry of it all, and like
we talked about this.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So like that is one thing, but hey. But you said something about her acting, about it's important to be around folks that can act and have done this and are seasoned and can pull you up or at least get you to the table so that you're on somewhat of the same playing field, which made me think of All's Fair. And so and how that is or is not happening in real time not as far as her acting is concerned, because I think that she's good in that. I think she's, from what I've seen so far, she's good in that. But All's Fair has been a lot of controversy on the internet, primarily I think because of the lead actress, a newcomer called Kim Kardashian, who
a virtual unknown,
new to the space, no digital footprint at all, really. And and so her Ryan Murphy project, her Niecy Nash, Naomi Watts, Sarah Paulson, Glenn Close, a multitude of guest appearances and special guests and all of that jazz. And it is been very controversial. It got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't think I've ever seen. And not even the grand scheme of films that were considered, or TV shows that were considered really bad. And so, yeah, I wanted to talk about it because we've both seen it, or at least seen some of it. And, I think it was And there's a lot of talk about Ryan Murphy, and is Ryan Murphy the white Tyler Perry, and that vice versa, and all of this. And so, yeah, I was just curious your thoughts on the show, your thoughts on the acting, your thoughts on Tiana, your thoughts on the fashion, because that has been the main
Also a
conversation.
character, yeah.
A character that's probably doing the best work, probably arguably on the show, so, or some of it. So I just wanted to kind of like,
Yeah,
talk
I
about that.
mean, the comparison between Ryan Murphy and Tyler Perry is pure gold to me, first of
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Like, I'm here for it. I definitely feel like Ryan, when he's in partnership with other folks, can give a really solid set of programming. Like,
Mhm.
his Feud series is, to me, top tier.
Okay.
I feel like American Horror Story does what needs to be done. Like, there's things where the quality of what he's capable of definitely shines through way more than what we see
Yeah.
in Hall's Fair. But what we have to keep in mind is that Ryan Murphy is still a pretty unserious guy when it comes to
Yeah.
the things that he does, right? There's always going to be a little camp in there's always going to
No matter
be,
what the subject is.
no matter what this, you didn't watch the Monster series with Ed Gain on Netflix, but of course I did because I study serial killers for fun. So when that was coming out, I was like, Ed Gain, sign me up. This man is responsible for like entire franchises of horror films
Yeah.
based on his real life sickness.
Okay.
But when I tell you, Ryan and the folks behind that took that shit and completely went in like some weird, non-serious direction with it, I was like, this is where he shows his Tyler Perry-ishness.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
sir, we are talking about a serial killer who literally cut people's body parts off and wore them as clothing.
Oh, goodness.
Why is there a musical number now in the middle of all of this? Like, it's
Wait, now I'm interested. Wait. Now I'm
no,
interested. No,
listen,
if
he
there's
did
a
do all
musical
of that.
number about wearing skin as a coat and wearing teeth as confetti and all that, I love it.
Yeah, and then somehow he manages to slip in an 8 count. Like, I don't understand how he like does all of that, but that's the part where he starts to get a little crazy. So
It's definitely it's giving Get Out musical. It's giving it was Get Out musical, and it was what was the second
what was
one?
the other one?
Oh goodness.
Oh, there was another one.
Was it Girls Trip? It was Girls Trip the musical.
Girl Trip. Girl Trip musical, yes.
And actually both I'm ready to green light. But
when you really thought about it, it wasn't a bad idea. Like, so yeah, we might have to actually make that happen in real life. So yeah, so I get like why people would be like, okay, definitely giving Tyler Perry tease. And in this All Sphere, he went full I don't give a shit
yeah.
on any of the seriousness.
Yeah.
Like, but I think that that is the point of this show. I think that because you hear Naomi Watts, Glenn Close,
Right.
Sarah Paulson, like these are top tier actresses.
Mhm.
So I think the expectation was with these folks involved,
Yeah.
this has to be the end all be all, right? No, I think it's meant to be silly, soapy. I think it's meant to be what it is. My biggest issue with it was making Kim the lead.
Yeah.
That I did not need because the acting chops just aren't there. And I think that's what people have a problem with. I think if she had been made more of a
Yeah.
guest
I think her in it period is gonna make people not interested.
her in a period is already going to make people mad because I saw a lot of people that were like, I want to watch this show, but I refuse because I will not watch anything that she's in.
Yeah.
So you have the people who are
Yeah.
hard no on a Kardashian every time.
Sure. Yeah.
Which fair. Like, I'm not here to force them on anybody.
Yeah.
But for me, because of all the other names that were in the show,
Right.
Like I'm showing up for Glenn Close.
I'm trying to
Like
find
I'm showing up for Sarah. Like,
yeah,
so that was enough for me to at least be like, let me see what's going on over here.
yeah.
But I think where Kim is with her level of acting, trying to get her to carry a show as a lead is a choice
It's
that I
laughable. It's
wouldn't
laughable.
make.
And it's not like, look, I think that I wouldn't say that she's a terrible actress, right? Like I don't think it's quite there. Like it's not like this is not even no, sorry to this woman, sorry to this lady, but there's a scene,
Oh
and it's
God.
so small, but it's the perfect example, right? Of not being able to act like at all, right? Like because there's people who are not great actresses, but they're fine, they're comfortable in what they do, or competent in what they do, like enough to be in it, right?
Right.
But like there's a scene in Two Can Play That Game where Shantae, aka Vivica Fox, is going to see Keith her man, aka Morris Chestnut, and there's a secretary there, and she's like, "Hi, Shantae," and she's like, "Is Keith there?" She's like, "Yeah, you can go in right now." I was like, "Whose daughter is this? Like, what? Like, what? Like, what is happening
Yo,
here?"
that was for sure somebody's
I'm
niece.
like, what best boy Grip's cousin was like, you know what? Hey, I've been to be on set. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a person who, like, this is not
Baby,
even hard. This is you're legit just being a secretary, no shade to being a secretary. And like you can't even just say those lines in a way that's
right. No,
do you know the camera's on?
yeah.
So
They
I
pulled
feel
her out
like
of craft services for
right.
sure.
You
Said,
know
I'm
what I'm
gonna need you to
saying?
stand in.
Yeah, oh shoot. Damn. Nell Carter wasn't available for the role we cast her in. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? What was Madeline
Sir,
Cassell
please.
doing? The day we said she had to be this, and so they had to get somebody who's like also like a low rent, like Lila Rashawn to play. I mean, it's just like what is happening? All right, no shade to that poor woman that I just dragged for no reason. But the point is, like, I wanted to show that there's a point where it's like someone they can't act at all, right? I don't think that's the case here. I think for Kim, it's just like because so much of the show like is on facial expression and being able to like react to the madness that's happening and each of these scenes that are written basically on a coke bender, like how
Right.
like you to be like, you cheated, we're gonna get revenge, like.
And
And I
the
know the
plate
faces
is
don't move on
frozen.
that show because
Yeah.
that's where we're at, right? It's the filler is also a paid actor, right? But like but like, yo, it's like, come on,
No,
So for
please.
Kim to be an executive producer, I'm like, you could have pulled back. They could have written you a role that was like, you're the attorney that comes in every now and then. You got a different firm across
Yes.
the way, and like you're the, like it didn't need to have this much of you. But
Yeah, I totally agree. Because we already have this over the top, just like selling sunset meets,
yeah,
the practice. Like it's just very
yeah.
like I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that literally no one in LA dresses like this when it comes to
What, Selling Sunset and
when it comes to Selling Sunset, when it comes to the looks that are being given on All's Fair, when it comes to
mhm.
like there's always these over the top fashion moments that are being given on these LA scenes, and
Yeah.
literally everybody here is in sneakers. So it already looks crazy when
Nobody
you
wears heels. You
live
might
here
you
in
might see a
Brooklyn.
ball gown for sure at your Ralph's, or you might see a ball gown
And
at
they're going to have J's on with it.
right.
So like it's never giving couture.
No.
So you're seeing these Gaultier looks and like all of these crazy hats that they're putting on Niecy Nash in every scene.
They love to put a
Nobody,
fascinator on that shorty. I'm like, why does she? But then I
baby.
saw already a continuity thing where she had a Gucci belt on, and when she walked up, she had a different belt. And I'm like, that is so particular. Like those are the double G, like you know what I'm
It's
saying? Like,
that.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, but y'all are doing this much in fashion that you're this sloppy when it comes to continuity. I'm sorry, I can't allow
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Not on
And
my
this is where the
watch.
Tyler of it all comes from. Like
Well,
when you start to do little cheesy stuff like that,
yeah.
that comparison makes absolute sense to me.
Some of the
I mean,
dialogue too, like when Niecy was like, "You might want to pin down your wig," and like fly off, whatever she said. I'm like, what is happening? Also, is she wearing a wig? Like, I just, there was so many. You like, okay, I don't know, maybe she is. Okay, you're right, she is. I never know when someone's wearing a wig. Well, that's not true. Generally speaking, I don't know. Every now and then, I'm hip to game.
they're all in wigs. I feel like everybody's in a wig except for Naomi Watts. And that might even be a good lace
No,
front.
that
I
could
don't
be a
even
wig
know.
too.
But It's very, like I said, it's a soap opera.
Yeah.
So if the expectation
What
is,
do people expect, you think?
I think people expect it for it to be as serious as,
Like Scandal?
yeah. I
Okay.
think people expect it for it to be like more on Scandal level, where for me, it's giving more All the Queen's Men.
Yeah.
Like that's where it lands for me. I'm like, the way I show up and enjoy the absolute mess that is All the Queen's Men, or for you folks who watch what's the other, Beauty in Black, or
Yeah.
this is
Anything
Ryan
that's sort
Murphy's
of in
version of
that. But let me ask you this, because this might be a hot take button if they had it.
that.
There's something to be said about the premise of this show and it not being serious. Like the idea of an all-woman, lawyer firm that represents women, that rights the wrongs that men have been doing for years in my Terry McMillan voice. Like, for that to be unserious to me as a choice. Because why, and what are you saying about women in these cases, right? Like, because to me, it's like, I think it could still be over the top. It could still be because like the subject matter, again, going back to Tyler versus Ryan, like the idea of a woman, being married to a man who makes her get plastic surgery because he's over how she looks, or a man who has all these sort of sexual fetishes and things he's into, and ultimately comes by to buy him, and like that, those storylines are
Those are real. Those
are
are
real and right as rain,
multiple
right?
Dateline episodes so that I've watched
Yeah.
in my lifetime. Yeah.
So it's like you could still have those moments without like the language, and like it just feels like, again, I wonder who also wrote on it, because it feels like it's missing like a female voice. It feels like it's missing and a female voice that's not rooted in like man ain't ish. So here's
Cliches,
like
like, yeah, we need something that's not rooted in cliches and tropes that we've seen and heard a million times. One of the things that I am noticing in scripts in general is too much is coming from the internet space. Like,
yeah,
sometimes I'm listening to something and I'm like, this sounds like somebody's Twitter feed. Like, y'all
yeah,
are literally just looking at stuff on social media, picking up on how people are talking now, and then just randomly injecting it into scripts because this is how people sound
yeah.
today. So then it becomes this constant dialogue of Twitter sound bites to
And
me, or
it's
TikTok
dated.
sound bites.
Yeah,
And
TikTok sound bites.
yeah.
It's dated, and I think about like Scandal, right, and how impactful that show was. And there were, all kinds of this kind of scandal legit, right? Because you're talking about government now. So they don't
Right.
get no more crazy and secretive than that. And it's like they had these scenes. I remember what maybe even Beyond K. Washington, who I love and adore, as a friend to the show in real life. Not really, but sort of. We have some history. Anyway, another story for another day. So, but like, what made me really watch that show is there's a scene where she gets called by the White House to like basically tell this girl who's trying to glue that they're having an affair, like this girl and the president, and she just tells her like, "This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. You'll be annihilated." Like this whole thing, and she gets on the phone and says, "It's handled." I was like, "This is the show I'm watching now," because the dialogue, of course, Sonda. I want to talk. Everything's fast, right? Everything's like, it's a pace. It was so well done that it could be shown in 20, 30, 40 years. It doesn't feel like, oh, you were trying to sound like the time. It's just legit. And I feel like with this, it's like, because it's so campy, because it's so Ryan, and it's like, let me just think of the most ridiculous soundbite that will go viral, or that will like, and I just feel like those actors deserve better than that.
Yes,
They can still
I
have
agree.
crazy lines and like, but now we're going into the Lee Daniels, I can smell your nappy, like that whole, like, it's like, that's not necessary. Like, I get it, but like, we don't have to do that. Like, and you're obviously doing this to get a rise out of us. Like,
yeah. No, I think if you put that show in a completely different cast, like with lower tiered actresses,
yeah,
people would show up and just enjoy the shit show.
yeah,
They would show up and watch it in the same way that we watch Real Housewives and don't take that all too seriously.
Yeah.
Like I think what is really making people cringe is you have this crazy scene with this crazy dialogue, and then Glenn Close is
Right.
executing these bars. Like,
Yeah. Why is Glenn Close doing this? Is she okay?
I think Glenn is just having fun.
Okay. You think
I
she's
think
at that
Glenn,
point where she's like, I just want to have some good times.
I
I've
think
already done
Glenn,
it. And let's
yeah,
just,
she's done the
she don't
things.
owe money, nothing
They've
like that.
never given her the Oscar she deserves, mind you.
Well, this is it.
But I
Yeah.
think she's just at a point where she's just here for a good time. I think she loves hanging out with the girls.
Yeah, I
Like,
do that.
I think being in that Lee Daniels film, I
Mm-hmm.
think being in The Deliverance was
Yes.
an introduction for her into like more of
Yes.
an urban fun world where I feel like she likes to play a little bit now. And I think
I
she's
think she's
just
so good at
willing
it.
to,
She's still, it's not like she's in it. And it's like, what are you doing here from an acting standpoint?
yeah,
But she
her
was that,
character is actually like, we can keep her. Like she
yeah.
is, it's the things that are happening around her. Like,
Yeah.
I think Sarah Paulson is doing way too much in this.
Yes.
I
Why
think
is she
she's
doing
doing
so much?
way too much. It's how they're writing. I'm telling you, like they are working with the material that they are given.
Yeah.
Why they decided to work with that material is anybody's guess. My thought is that everybody just wanted to do something silly and have a good time because
Yeah.
I can't take that show seriously.
It's the fun of it all, right? Because it's the whole story of like when Holly Berry, who apparently was a producer on the show and dropped out.
oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
And I was like,
that.
okay. She was like, yeah, actually, even I said nah, and I like to have a good time, but this is
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Which now that I'm seeing the show, I'm thinking maybe that was why she
Yeah.
kind of walked. I
It was
think
too
she
much.
even was expecting more
Yeah.
from it.
And I think
than
there
what it
could be
was.
more. I think that I think if they tone down Sarah Paulson a bit, because I get I mean, actually, I don't get it because I feel like her origin story or her villain origin story is not really one. It's like, we decided to do this thing. You don't really fit in with this. Sorry, but like, it's no love lost. Like, it's not like they said they're all going to do it together. And then last minute, they were like, actually, no, girl, you stay here. Like, we're going
Right,
to do, or we did it behind your back. Like, it was like,
right.
it's those two girls or three girls, and this is it.
And
So I
you
feel like,
didn't make the cut, and it's fine. Like, yes, how she's reacting to all of that is way too much for what actually happened.
yeah, why'd she go from homegirl to like all this? Like, it's just, there's just no, but again, this is what it is. There's no like actual, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more
I
interested in like
get it.
the story, and I would actually probably would want to see, maybe it'll go on as the show goes on, more of how they got here. Because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
can't just be like we were pretty lawyers, and like how did you get here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ugh.
but they need to tone it down. I think they need to kind of either write Kim out or put less of her, but they're not going to because she's a executive producer. Yeah, I just feel like it's weird because even the story is off. Like Naomi Watts' story with her, I know you love this, proposing to the dude and all that stuff. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
what's happening? Like, who are these women? Like, I'm just very, very confused. And so I'll keep
My
watching it.
question ultimately is this supposed to be comedy? Like whenever something,
Yeah.
look, I'm always willing
Yeah.
to look at it from the maybe this is supposed to be more comedic than we thought type of
Yeah.
thing. Because choices were made
Yeah.
that just say to me, this is not supposed to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wish it didn't go that route.
Yeah.
But when you had like it could have actually gone even like a Law and Order. You know how Law and
Yeah.
Order's episodes are like
Mm-hmm.
rooted in real stuff,
Sure.
but clearly dramatized to,
Yeah.
make it a show.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
we're still all in, like, yo, this is like, why didn't they do
Yeah.
that? Like, this over the top,
And even
just
when they do it, it's
crazy.
like
It's wild to me.
the balance also of the people they're representing versus their stories to me is off.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like I was more interested and curious about what happened with Elizabeth Berkley than the rush situation of Kim finding out her dude is
No.
cheating and then also cheating on her with like trans work. Like, it was just like you have throw
Right.
everything,
It's
the entire spaghetti dinner at the
everything.
wall. Like, and it's like, why
Yes.
can't we have a bit of more of a slow burn when it comes to your personal, you know what I mean?
That. And also
Oh,
a
spoiler alert.
total
Sorry,
miss.
damn.
Yeah, it's not that good to not spoil. But a total misuse of Elizabeth Berkley, in my opinion.
Well, that's
Because honestly, if we're making takes that could be a little hot, she should have played Kim's character.
correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. She
Like
would have been, she would, and I'm sure she's probably like, this is annoying, but like her as the lead lawyer in this, no, she would have been outstanding. They could have made Kim her. They could have swapped and been like Kim could have played the Jessica Simpson character,
period.
and actually probably would have killed it.
Period.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give
In
her
a one and done
a one and
episode,
done
and we would have
episode,
been
and we're
cool.
good. You still executive produce. You can still be, you know, if you want to show up in episode 3 randomly because something happened with your next, cool. But like,
Right.
we don't need you to be lead. Lead is very strange. Lead is on your reality show. That's where you're lead, baby.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and it's still giving Kim from the reality show, and that's the problem. Like, you got to push yourself if you're going to keep being in folks' faces trying to be taken seriously as an actress, sweetie. So, and you already know what you're up against. Like, the world literally hates you. So you have to show up.
the world hates you, and you're next to some of the best actresses
on
of our
top of
time.
that.
You should
Right.
have cast this with like your homegirl Lala. You know what I'm saying? Natalie Nunn. Like, it could have been any.
Sir,
like,
I will. Natalie Nunn is nuts. Please.
Natalie Nunn of the Niecy Nash character, I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, is what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put Eva Pigford, Marcel should be in this. Like, give her a role. Like,
mad at that.
there are, we'll take out Natalie Nunn, obviously being funny, but like, I'm saying, like, you could have went on a shoot. You could have put Kenya in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go for like the
If
low
you're gonna
brow,
go, yeah, if you're gonna go
fruit,
cheesy,
you know what I'm
there's
saying?
a certain
Like,
level of actress that fits right there, where I feel like it would have landed just a little bit better. We all would have agreed.
We would have loved it. It would have been like, oh my gosh, this show is so great. Why haven't we done more? Like, I can't wait to watch it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it would have been that very unserious fucking show that everybody would have been on board, knowing it's bad, but also I'm set.
Yeah.
I'm here every time.
It's terrible, and I'm tuned in. But I guess that's what people are doing with this, because even though the critics said it was terrible, people are watching it.
People are watching, yeah.
And for them to do 3 episodes at once was very smart.
Also that, yeah.
It was very smart. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's one of those where I'm like, I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
If nothing else is on and I'm just looking for, something random to throw on, I'm not mad at it. But in the grand scheme of what Ryan Murphy has done in the past, this is very much on the lower rung of his career ladder.
Especially at this point in his career.
Especially at this point.
Like, I feel like this, people can talk about what they like about or don't like about his work, right? From back in the day of Nip Tuck and all of that popular, all the way to, the American Horror Stories or Glee or whatever. Like, he's not for everybody, right? Like, he's definitely not for everybody. It's a particular type of content. But but it's always been, I mean, even the 911, right? Like, which I don't really watch like that, but
I forgot he was behind that. And I actually did watch that show. I watched that show for about 2 or 3 of the first season.
Okay, yeah. I've seen a few episodes. It's not bad.
It wasn't. I feel like it started getting a little
wonky.
Wild.
Yeah.
And I kind of just like lost interest.
Yeah.
Because this could have just been like some stupid internet shit. But I feel like they had Angela Bassett like out in space or something.
No, there definitely is a space component. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This is when we know that the shark has been jumped. Like, don't throw people into space. That's when I feel like you've either snorted some bad coke, or you've completely run out of ideas, or a combination of the two.
I mean, probably
Either
both.
way, listen, we're not going into space like that. Like, even
Yeah, they went
despite
to
what
space.
Gail King and Katy Perry are telling you, the folks are not just randomly going off into space. So once you do that, I'm like, oh, this is a dub. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is crazy right now. This is crazy making right now.
But
So
again, that is what Ryan Murphy does best. He's going to do something ridiculous like put Angela Bassett, who's a dispatcher from Nile Cop or whatever, into space to do a mission, right? Like that's just
she's definitely a cop and not
ridiculous.
a dispatcher.
She's not a okay. This is sorry.
Dispatcher is nuts.
All right, there's someone
She
who is a dispatcher. Oh, other shorty, but yeah, you're right. She's a cop. My bad.
She's a cop in those, as
She's a
far
cop.
as I know.
Yeah,
And then I don't know. It was, yeah, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on with the stuff that would happen as far as like the crimes and stuff like that. But again, still giving us that kind of like Dick Wolf
yeah.
Law and Order category where we know it's going to be wild, but
Mhm. Criminal
it's
Minds, that kind of
your
like.
Criminal Minds. Yes,
Mhm.
it's like these are the shows where something about them is still so good and sustainable that it's going to have you showing up
Yeah,
for season after season after season after season. And All is Fair just could have been that,
yeah.
and it just isn't.
It's like, is it a
Um,
joke? It's like speaking of Elizabeth Berkley, it's like Showgirls, which we've talked about both in our own lives, and I think we might have mentioned it on camera before, but like that's a movie that I watch often for many reasons, some of which I can talk about here. And I think that like that movie, although it is so bad, has potential to actually be decent. Like
yeah,
I feel like there were some choices made from an acting standpoint that are ridiculous. But if you look at the way that film is shot, like there is some really like that film had potential to be a lot better than it
yeah,
was.
yeah,
And so I feel like that's what happens where it's like you have this good idea, you have the right people, you have, it's going to be ridiculous because the story of Showgirls is ridiculous, right? So like it's going to be nuts, you know what I'm saying? But you don't need to shoot the sex scene like that. You don't need to have this, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to have her
we don't need the crazy choreography with all the sharp turns.
shirt turns, and like, we don't need any of that, but like, oh, that movie is so crazy.
Because when you put that up against a movie like The Last Showgirl,
Right,
where it's done
right,
correctly,
correct. Yes,
you know what
yes,
I'm saying? Like, this is
yes.
what I mean. Like, there's always these like two sides to how a story can
Mhm.
be told, even
Yes,
within the same subject matter.
yeah,
And choosing to go cheesy is just always weird to me, especially when you have the budget and the creativity and all the things to like actually pull it off.
yeah. That movie cost bread to make, if I recall. Showgirls was like a big undertaking and something that Elizabeth really thought was going to. Well, I guess it did, but not the way she wanted it
Not
to.
the way she
It changed
was.
the changed the course of her career. But it's sad because I think she's a good actress. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna keep watching as I always do, right? I always give a show at least two episodes. If I make it past the two, I go to the full season.
Okay.
But for the most part, sometimes it jumps the shark like Found, and I just stop watching, and so did America, so it's fine. But like,
Oh yeah,
for
they're
that show,
done.
salute.
Yeah.
Um,
RIP to that show.
yeah, such potential. Again, but yeah, I don't know. Um,
It, we'll see where it goes. Like I said, I, think the fans will carry it. Um, the critics are not here for it at all.
no,
I personally, wish it would have gone in a slightly more serious direction,
yes,
but I know how unserious Ryan Murphy can be. So when I saw that first episode, I was like, oh, this is meant to be
yeah,
cheesy. This is meant like
yeah,
he's being very purposeful
yeah,
about this being a soap opera.
sure.
There's nothing serious about this. So once
Not
you
anything, not how they're
go there
dressed.
with it, yeah.
Yeah,
Once you go there with it, then you kind of just, take it for what it is at that point. But I am going to need Kimberly Kardashian to either move along
or
or
step up.
find her way during these
Mhm.
next few episodes. Like, I'm hoping that those first 3 episodes they watched and somebody pulled her to the side and was like, baby, I'm gonna need you to look alive.
No, because they were
She's like, listen.
alive. It's crazy. Because here's the thing: they've
Listen.
already, you know, they've done the thing that they do with everybody when they're not. Let me say this. Let me be careful about how I say this. They do
Shoot
the
your
they
words.
do they do the thing that they do for people when they're not necessarily great at it. They talk about how great it worked at doing it. So instead of saying, wow, she was really good, like, you know, I was surprised, like she really surprised me as an actress. She showed up and she killed it. It's like, well, she showed up to set on time and she's the last to leave, and
Listen.
you know, she works so
You
hard.
know, I do not believe in hard work, period. But hard work with poor execution is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how hard you worked to be basic and mediocre. Like, what is
Yeah.
that doing for
That
me?
is
Like,
doing it for me. Wow.
it's not doing anything for anyone.
This has always been
So,
my thing, folks. Because everyone works hard, sure. Like not everyone, but like that is not indicative of the work you did, like the actual work that's produced. Like
not
if
indicative
you
of the
take 10
talent.
hours to mop the floor and you didn't do a good job, you worked hard, but you didn't do it correctly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for her, it's like I would almost not hear you say that because it's also like, damn, what were you doing then? If you were getting to set on
Right.
time and you were soaking up, you're getting a chance to work alongside some of the best actresses, arguably, and most of them have awards, at least one. Even our good friend Niecy Nash, right? Like the folks
They
have
either
put in
have
the
the
work,
awards or have been nominated, all of
right,
them for something.
for something. It's like and
Um,
all iconic things. So it's like you're around them. You decided to put yourself in this, and you're still like, you're lucky I have a good ego. Like, are you like, what's up? Like,
it's a typical spreading yourself too thin, trying to do everything just because you woke up that day type of situation. You have kids, reality shows, skims, bims, thems. Like you're doing too much as it is. So really the only thing you have capacity for is just remembering the lines. Like
right,
I feel like all of her energy just went into remembering the words.
right. I agree with that.
But actually acting the
Yeah,
scenes, she just didn't have any more
you
room
didn't
for
have
that.
time. Yeah,
There was no time. It's
there's no
only 24
time.
hours in a day.
Yeah,
So just get rid
yeah.
of it.
Studying
Like,
for the bar allegedly. Like you
and
got a
then
lot.
trying to be a lawyer. I was like, girl, it's
Yeah,
very
why
much
should you
giving
be a
you
lawyer
have
in real life? You don't need to do the show. It's fun.
just
Like, if,
have a seat. It's fine. Like, ugh, but let the girls have their things, I guess.
Mhm.
I might stick with it. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep watching. You know, that and Love Cabin are in the space of I always give myself one or two shows that are utterly ridiculous that are just
Yeah.
like for me to check out.
Yeah. Just to check out. Yep.
And that's what it's this and Love Cabin. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine is Housewives of Potomac
Was-
and whatever Tubi can throw my way as far
you
as.
know what? I need to go back to Tubi because the Housewives, I can't do it. It's
Are you
just
over it?
I've been over it for a long time. I always kind of watched it just because it was on and people were talking about it and it was like in the zeitgeist and whatnot. But like it's as I get older, um, it's weird. It's hard for me to see women of that age be that dumb. And and when you also have somewhat proximity to the women, like you know someone who knows them, or in our case went to college with one, like it's like then it's really dumb. And it's like and then also it's again the same thing with on Sunset. It's like you're overstyled. You don't dress like that in any of these places. It looks dumb. Like it just it doesn't it there's nothing for me on it. Like it's not even in a good look visually. So
Right.
can't
I,
I can't really and that much delusion is really hard for me to watch.
we love a Delulu housewife. What are you talking
It
about?
makes me
Like,
it makes me sad to be honest. Like watching Ashley pretend to sing is not something I can do.
okay, Ashley singing is definitely enough to make me check out. Like, I need them to stop giving her a
Please stop.
microphone
Just
because
we don't need
enough.
it. We don't need it. You don't need it. It's
She
fine.
doesn't need it. Like Andy
No one
Cohen
needs it.
doesn't need
Yeah.
it. No one asked for it, more importantly. But I show up because I am fascinated by the fact that this franchise literally survives through every cast based off the same premise of grown ass women acting like 13-year-old middle school girls
Yeah.
and going on vacation just to fight.
Yeah.
Like,
see, and
how do
y'all make fun
we
of baddies. And
Child.
yet it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Less fighting.
except in one show, the girlies look like they showered. So I'm
Which show is
gonna
that?
go there. Chris, goodbye.
So yeah, on that note,
Listen,
baddie situation is
crazily dressed as
yeah.
Giselle might be, she doesn't give I don't shower. Now
No,
we
she
gotta
doesn't.
like the
No,
wigs
she
might
doesn't.
be crazy, but it
But
doesn't
yeah,
give
those people are definitely showering.
I
For
skip a
sure.
bath. Yeah.
They're not skipping showers. Yeah.
Yeah, no. In the baddies girlies give me a whole bath every time.
If you're lucky, yeah.
Right.
If you fight that much, you have no time to shower. You fighting for your life. So no, we're gonna close it there. The Camry Knot is don't be like that cast. But yeah, as usual, you can follow us or follow up with us on Instagram, Friends in Real Life, TikTok, Friends in Real Life, Threads, Friends in Real Life. Obviously, we're on YouTube because you might be watching us on there, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, BT Soul, VH1 Classic.
Stop. I hate you.
Much Music, Fox.
First of all, I am still battling this cough. I've had this ridiculous, relentless cough, which is not tied to any germs. It's just a thing that my body is deciding to do for whatever reason. Yep. And usually, because it's gotten a lot better, but laughter will still make some of the things come. And so being around you in this moment, I'm just gonna call it until this is completely cleared up.
It's just convo. It's fun.
Yeah.
When I start talking like this, I know I'm BSing. I've learned that that's a tell for me. I gotta watch that. Yeah.
I know it's a tell. But we're here. I said that if we did not get over 100 views on the YouTube version of this podcast, that I was never doing video recording again. And so I was unfortunately bested by our viewers. So thank you. And also to hell with y'all, because how dare you actually watch? No, it's cool. It's fine. And we'll be back to keep doing it.
It'll be a little bit of a break because
you don't know how to sit down.
Okay, so just so we're clear, I'm seated right now, 1. And 2, when we started this conversation, you guys all witnessed it. Someone went out last night till 3 a.m. Someone was in the bed at 9:30 p.m. So again, I just want to be clear. I want the facts. Look, I'm trying to do this thing. I want the facts to be there, where it's like, yeah, well, I know I have a birthday and some travel, but we're gonna figure it out. In the meantime, in between time, we'll catch y'all next time.
Yeah.
A little bar. All right, peace out.